Oh, that feels solid. This is the new Genesis GV90. It is an absolutely insane luxury car from Genesis, and it's not that expensive. The top of the range is going to be about $250,000 in Australia, and it comes with these like Cinderella style coach doors. So yeah, this video is going to be a lot of different footage because it has been impossible to film today. That's been awesome. But I'm gonna let you know why this thing is super special and why you might want to cancel your Maybach or even your Range Rover order. So let's get into it. All right, let's talk about the way that this thing looks, because yes, it looks absolutely wild. I love how these are all kind of indented into the skin of this car. It looks exactly like the Neolun Concept. In fact, it looks literally identical to that, which is fantastic. Genesis released so many concepts, it's actually tiring, but the fact that they have brought this out and it looks exactly like the concept, big ups from me. I love this as well. This is extremely luxurious looking, very chromy, and I'm sure it's also very safe. In fact, they're claiming this thing is like the safest new car in the world. It's even got a world first airbag over the roof. So if you flip the car like a famous golfer once did, maybe you won't die. Check this out. Monoblock wheels. These are absolutely enormous. These are 24-inch wheels. You can get 22 inches at the smaller end, but I reckon that even though this thing has air suspension, it's going to ride pretty firm. I also like how this is kind of indented into the body as well. It's just like crystal and very cool. Check this out. So when you open the door, obviously you get this kind of popping out. That's cool. And if you want to open the back, it's on this insane hinge. So this thing doesn't have a B pillar, but you can see it pops out first and then it kind of pulls out. Maybe we have to help this pre-production along the way. No, not really. So it's actually got two steel beams through the doors here and also through the bottom. So it does have a B pillar technically when you close it, but you just have some insane stuff like here. Like this is just immense. And what it does do when you're inside is it really does make it a little bit smaller than you would expect. But we'll come back to the interior in just a moment. That's all very, very special. And then if we come to the back, this is my least favorite part of it because, I don't know, there's just a lot of cuts in the body, and I think this is where they're kind of saving a few of the costs. It's not like one big stamped press here, it's just a lot of kind of cuts straight through. But still, I think it looks good, if not a little bit like a hearse, but maybe that's me, I don't know. You can let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. A bit blobby. And then there's just a bit of space in the back too, but you can do things like lower your air suspension, raise it up. So again, very super duper luxurious. Let's check out the interior. Oh, it's all very electronic. Coming inside now, the GV90. Now, keep in mind, this is actually the top of the range. They're calling this the first edition. We're not actually getting this in Australia. I guess I'm going to manually close the door from here. I kind of like how the shifter is up here. Oh, shh. I'm doing my best here. First of all, what is this carpeting on the door? I love it. It's actually quite cool. The steering wheel feels nice. You have your shifter, I guess, up here. Doesn't like that. You have this display here, which you will recognize. It is using the latest, though, of the Hyundai Group's display. Oh, this crystal is very, very nice. But check this out. If we press a button here, it actually raises up. Yes, it will impact the airbag, so you can only do this stopped. But we have a rising screen. They call it a cinema display. Maybe it's a little bit of a gimmick, but this display is just incredible. It's OLED and it looks fantastic. So I reckon watching stuff here is going to be great. But you have to remember, this thing is going up against competitors like the Zeekr 9X coming soon, which has a display cinema in the back. So there's that too. But otherwise, it does look really nice. The 25-speaker Bang Olufsen sound system, I'm sure it's going to sound pretty damn great too. We'll test it when it comes to Australia, but I'm sure it will. And otherwise, you are cocooned in luxury. It feels good. All your touch points feel really, really nice as well. It's kind of doing a police siren display there. The annoying thing for me, your air vents are in here. They call it luxury, I call it annoying. You can let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, but wait till you see the back. All right, let's check out the interior. Like I said, we have these really cool coach doors and everything's electronic, just open. You know what, I'll do it manually, the old-fashioned way. Very inviting interior at first glance. It looks super easy to get in, and I guess it is super easy to get in, but this is the cool feature. So with this top of the range Neolun, like I said, you're gonna be able to get this, but also as a 4-door too. If we just press this button here, press agree on the menu, what you're gonna see is that this seat should theoretically start to turn. Yeah, I think it's shitting itself. We got there in the end. Check this out. So at a stop, you will be able to have your passenger turn around at the front, obviously not sitting in the seat. Now just fucking go. It's a little bit of a slow process, so we're going to speed it up. I mean, I don't know about you, but as you know, if I was sitting in the back and my parents were turning around, I don't know if I want to be so intimately having a conversation with them, but hey, maybe some people would. Also, I don't know how useful this will be in day-to-day use, but still kind of cool. It just takes its time. So once you are back here, you do get a very luxurious position. So like I said, it's going to be coming in a more regular style 4-door, or this style here with these crazy seats and a screen in the back and even a fridge in the center, but it really does feel super duper premium in here. And like I said, at least like 250 grand less than a Mercedes Maybach EQS 680, which, let's be honest, haven't been the best sellers in Australia and certainly have an interesting design. I don't know. I think that this is super special, but like I said, let me know what you guys think down below. So in terms of specs, we know it's going to come with dual electric motors and a big battery. I'm talking 123.5 kilowatt hours. That is very big. They always say up to 350 kilowatts of DC fast charging. It will not achieve that. We think it's going to be a little bit less. You're going to get 316 miles of range out of this thing. So somewhere around 500 kilometers on WLTP. Not incredible, but I guess it is a big, fat, heavy SUV. In fact, this thing weighs 3.5 tons. So that's a lot. 490 kilowatt of power, 800 Newton meters of torque. But in this top of the range spec, you're only going to be doing 0 to 100 in about 5.1 seconds. So that is pretty damn slow-ish. It's a huge car, a lot of power, not very fast. Alrighty guys, final thoughts now on the Genesis GV90. Should you be rushing out to buy one? Well, I'll be honest with you, this thing is absolutely incredible. It's coming at the beginning of next year, so really not very long at all. And I think that what you're getting is a really complete package, at least at first glance. Obviously, we'll have to see how it rides on something like 24-inch monoblock wheels, but the fact is you are getting something extremely luxurious at about half to even a third of the price of a Mercedes Maybach or a Range Rover electric when that thing launches. So yeah, I think this thing looks pretty special. Let me know what you guys think down below.